Hello, Cancer. Welcome to another love reading. We're going to be looking at what's going on for you in love at this time. What can you expect in regards to love, who you might be dealing with or will be dealing with, and where is it all headed? What can you expect next in the near future? As always, these readings are meant to be general, so they cannot and will not resonate with every Cancer watching. So let's jump right in for Cancer, Spirit, Angels, guides, messages, guidance for Cancer. What do we need to know for Cancer regarding love at this time, Spirit? What do we need to know for Cancer regarding love at this time? What do we need to know for Cancer? What do we need to know for Cancer at this time regarding love? So let's see what we get for you, Cancer. Oh my God, starting with the Two of Cups. Okay. The High Priestess. And the Moon. Okay. Pisces energy. Well, the Moon and the High Priestess are very similar in that they're, I guess you could say, ruled by the Moon. Very intuitive energy, hidden knowledge, secret knowledge, mysteries. It's all about what's hidden with the Moon and the High Priestess. The High Priestess, though, is where you can use your intuition, your inner voice, to separate what's real, what's not, and to look within, to look behind the veil. So the Moon is represents kind of what you can't see because it's hidden underneath the surface. And so there's doubts, there's fears, because you can't see very clearly. The Moon can also be symbolic of an illusion of some sort. But when I see it here with the Two of Cups, it's almost like there's some sort of secret or mystery regarding a connection, regarding feelings in a connection, etc., etc. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you give and take, equal partnerships, what someone's putting in, what someone's getting out. We'll have to see what this Six of Pentacles is all about too, because this could also be balancing, rebalancing something, or finding the balance in something. So let's get some energies out here. Can we get some insight, Spirit, on what's going on here for Cancer regarding love? What do we need to know for Cancer and these energies? What do we need to know? Wow, unexpected event. This is kind of like my Tower card in this deck. Okay, what else do we need to know? Something unexpected, a reveal of some sort. Someone could be revealing their hidden feelings, revealing what's hidden. Something could be revealed here. We'll see. What else do we need to know for Cancer? Patiently waiting. Okay. Trying to get a story here. What else do we need to know? Breathe in. Okay, so what I'm getting here with breathe in is like nobody's doing anything right now. Between patiently waiting and breathe in, I'm getting like there's no action, there's no movement, there's no, I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like someone's just thinking, waiting rather than acting. So we'll have to see what this is all about in a second. Let me get some romance angels as well. Can I get some more insight, please, for Cancer? And then we'll dive into these energies down here. Can I get some insight, please, for Cancer? What do we need to know for Cancer? Separation. Okay, so you could be separated from this person. Maybe there's a separation that happened in the past. What else do we need to know for Cancer? What else do we need to know for Cancer? Forgiving and learning. Maybe that's what that Six of Pentacles is all about, a rebalancing here. Let's see what we get when we clarify these energies, because this could be going in a lot of different ways. Worth waiting for is at the bottom of the deck. So there's that waiting energy that's showing up again. Sorry, my mind is going a mile a minute here, Cancer. Bear with me. Okay, so let's clarify these energies down here. Tell me about this Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, please ignore my dogs in the background. They're trying to see through the blinds. at what's going on outside. I might have to like kick them out. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Okay, we have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign, or it could just be that someone is really attractive or attracted to you, motivated, passionate, wanting to take action of some sort. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Wow, Death, Scorpio energy. Yeah, I think I'm speaking to a Cancer where maybe this is a soulmate connection or someone you have a very strong bond with, but something has ended. There's a separation here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, so there's regrets, sadness when someone looks back on the past. This could be you, this could be your person. But someone's definitely separated from the person they want to be with. And there's the Ace of Cups. What? Okay, I wanted to come out with the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. My goodness. So I get the sense here when I see all of these, it's almost like this King of Wands might want to have this Ace of Cups again, have their partner back, or have this Two of Cups be successful with the Ten of Cups here. Because the Ten of Cups is kind of like having it all, your happy ending. Okay, so then why the High Priestess and the Moon, right? Like, why do we have these like secret energies here? Tell me about the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? What can you tell me about the High Priestess? Six of Pentacles shows up again. Okay. Tell me about the High Priestess. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about this High Priestess? Spirit for Cancer. What do we need to know? Ten of Wands. Oh, okay. I think that's someone, yeah. Let me get one more. Ten of Wands is kind of like someone that's burdened. They're carrying a heavy weight. They have a lot going on, a lot on their plate. And when I picture it with this, or when I see it next to this High Priestess, it's like someone has held back or has been holding on to something for too long, something that they should have probably already said. Tell me about this High Priestess energy. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about the High Priestess energy? Two of Wands. Okay, I'm going to take this one too. King of Cups, and what's this? Seven of Wands. So there's some sort of obstacle here. That's why nobody's moving. There's the Four of Swords again. That's why someone's not taking action. I think they just haven't decided with the Two of Wands what they want to do here. I mean, there's feelings. King of Cups is here. I think this is the person you might be dealing with here, Cancer. There's feelings, but that's not enough because this situation requires action of some sort. And when it comes, like when you look at the action that someone is taking, they're not taking any, you know, which is rare for this King of Wands. So there must be some sort of obstacle, something that this person has to fight for or fight against with the Seven of Wands. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy with that King of Cups. So let's look at this Moon. Let me move this over. Tell me about the Moon. Why is the Moon here? Why is the Moon here? Seven of Pentacles. So this is that waiting energy. Someone is unsure of the outcome of something, doubtful perhaps that something will be successful. Maybe they waited too long. Tell me about the Moon. Why do we have the Moon here? Five of Wands, some sort of conflict. Yeah, again, I feel like there's some sort of obstacle. It could be in the form of like the history you have with this person. Maybe there's drama or something like that. There's the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Well, I find this very interesting, the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles and Five of Wands, I instantly think of family problems, family issues, issues within a family or a group that's very similar to a family. I think someone has held back how they felt because of some sort of outside source or some sort of conflict. Eight of Pentacles. Maybe it just takes a lot of effort and time. Tell me more about this Moon. I want to get one more for the Moon. What do we need to know, Spirit, about this moon energy for Cancer? Oh, I got 2. Knight of Cups, again with the cups. And the 2 of Swords. So there's that indecision again. It's like someone's undecided about what to say, undecided about an apology, undecided about expressing themselves, expressing emotions, you know? Someone's fighting themselves here. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe they're waiting for the right time. Maybe they're waiting because they're scared. Let's get some insight into this person. But with the Knight of Cups and these other energies that have shown up here, I feel like they definitely have feelings for you, or you have feelings for this person if you want to flip it, because you can always flip the energies, Cancer. Spirit, tell me about this individual that Cancer is, has, or will be dealing with. What do we need to know about this person? What are their energies towards Cancer? What are their energies towards Cancer? I miss you. I'm definitely speaking to a Cancer where you're not together with this person. What are the energies that this person has towards Cancer? We need to talk. Yeah, they have something to say, Cancer. They might be asking for forgiveness. They might be just telling you that they miss you. But look what's at the bottom of the deck here. I'm afraid to tell you how I feel. Exactly. That's the energy we're getting. It's like someone is, you know, afraid, so they're waiting, hesitating, which is kind of like the worst thing that could happen that I see here, because while they're waiting, nothing is getting resolved. Like, you know, while they're waiting, there is no conversation taking place. There's no healing taking place, you know? I feel like there was some sort of conflict between you. Put this under here so that I can see all of these. And some of you could be dealing with a water sign, because there's a lot of water that has shown up here so far. Okay, so let's get some insight into this person. Let me use a different deck. Tell me more for Cancer regarding this other person that they have been, are, or will be dealing with, Spirit. What do we need to know about this other person's energies? The person that Cancer is, has, or will be dealing with. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about this person's energies towards Cancer? What do we need to know about this person's energies towards Cancer? Let's see, Cancer. Page of Wands. The Empress. Okay, the initiative is there, and then the Chariot. Cancer energy, there you are. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody that wants to come forward, wants to take a step forward, especially with the Page of Wands and the Chariot. What's at the bottom of the deck? Oh, Page of Cups. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody that they want to make a move here. They want to come forward. Tell me about this Chariot. What can you tell me about the Chariot for Cancer? Why is the Chariot here? Two of Pentacles. Again with the decision. Why is the Chariot here, Spirit, for Cancer? Nine of Wands. Okay, so it's very interesting. Queen of Swords. This person cannot, they know they can't move forward until they clear something up with the Queen of Swords. That's what the Ace of Swords came up as well. There needs to be clarity to cut through all of this murkiness, all of this hidden energy, all of this, like, what's unsaid, what's unknown. There's too much unsaid here, Cancer. And it's just causing someone to, like, you know, it's almost like they're building a wall right in front of them, you know? Let me use this deck because I'm curious about this Page of Wands. Tell me about the Page of Wands. What do we need to know, Spirit, about this Page of Wands? Four of Pentacles. Again, they're holding back even when it's like they don't want to hold back. I don't know if this is that they cannot approach you or they cannot contact you or have access to you, or if they're just too scared. You know, it's the Page of Cups again and the Ace of Wands. So again, it's almost like it's very clear. There's the Two of Pentacles again at the bottom of the deck. It's very clear what they want. It's just they're not going after it, or they can't go after it in some way. The Four of Pentacles could be a card about someone holding on to something. And this is reminding me of that Ten of Wands. It's like someone's been carrying something or holding on to something for too long. And it's like they just need to just express themselves. Because if they don't, I don't see this moving forward. And that's why there's this still like this waiting period that is happening. Tell me more about this person's energy. Tell me more about this person's energy. I mean, we know they're afraid to tell you how they feel, but that's really the main problem here. Why are they so afraid? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I know there's an obstacle. I know there was a tower. I know there's a separation here, you know? Our connection is divinely guided. Okay, if I could just stop flipping my oracles over. By the way, if you're interested in any of my oracle decks, they're linked in the description box, or you can find them on my website. What else? What else do we need to know, Spirit, about Cancer and this relationship or connection that Cancer has with this other person? What do we need to know, Spirit? Everything reminds me of you. So they're thinking about you. And they know that you have a very strong connection. That's why the Two of Cups is here. Bottom of the deck, you are the only person for me. Okay, but I don't feel like that's the issue. I think that that's something that is almost like known, but that's not the problem. The problem is that someone just can't make up their mind. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Wands. They have to make a decision, and they are too scared to do that. There's something holding them back. They really, and again, I'm trying to figure out what that is, but I don't see it. It could be that they just don't have the courage to ask for forgiveness. It could be that they don't have the courage to see this through. Because that Seven of Pentacles is telling me that someone's almost worried about the future here, the future outcome. Speaking of, let's see where this is all headed. What can you expect next? What can Cancer expect next, Spirit? I'm actually going to clear the board here so we can actually see what's going on. What can Cancer expect next, Spirit? What can Cancer expect next? Okay, I think this one wants to come out. What can Cancer expect next in the near future, Spirit? What can Cancer expect in the near future? What was this? Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, Capricorn energy, Ten of Wands again, and the Knight of Wands. So very similar energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the World. Very similar energy. This World is reminding me of the Ace of Wands that showed up, the Ace of Cups that showed up, like this idea, this concept of a new beginning, of a new start. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. But the Ten of Wands and the Devil, there's some sort of barrier here, some sort of restriction that someone has. Now, the Queen of Pentacles tends to be in a commitment, or for me as a reader, they usually are in a commitment, or they resemble someone you would want to be in a commitment with. They're like the ideal partner. So I don't know if this person is married, or you are married, or you have some sort of commitment that prevents you from being together. But I feel like this person's going to take action with the Knight of Wands. There's some sort of action that they know they have to take, or some sort of leap of faith, some sort of initiative. The Knight of Wands kind of just acts without thinking sometimes, is very impulsive, passionate. They just want to get out there and get something done. And usually they're very quick about it. So let's get some insight into this Devil and Ten of Wands, because I feel like this is part of the restriction, the problem. The Devil is a card all about temptation, being attached, possibly unhealthy attachments, toxic environments, addictions, etc. So let's see. Why is the Devil here with the 10 of Wands, Spirit? Why is the Devil here with the 10 of Wands? Why is the Devil here? Okay. 10 of Cups. Okay. Why is the Devil here with the 10 of Wands? Why is the Devil here? The 10 of Wands. Queen of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the Fool. Freedom. I instantly thought freedom with the Fool. Okay, for some of you, this isn't all of you, but for some of you, there's like a family involved here. Something with family. 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I think you need to be careful because the 7 of Swords with the 10 of Wands and the Devil, it's almost like this person isn't ready to do things the right way. It's like they'd rather sneak around, continue to hide, continue to do things behind the scenes, away from eyes. And that's not the way to address this. I feel like the way to address this is to take a risk. The Fool. Maybe they just don't feel like they have what it takes. 5 of Pentacles. Because this is a card about needing things. You don't have enough. You have financial difficulties, or you have there's a lack here with the 5 of Pentacles. You need help, you need assistance, you need money, etc. So I feel like this person, they're not quite ready to do what is required. I think they're going to want to talk to you, and I see that here, that they miss you, they want to talk to you, but I feel like the actual problem, which I feel like for some of you, there's a commitment that exists, some sort of obligation or some sort of toxic energy here that is preventing this person from doing the right thing. Or I guess I should say not the right thing, but doing what is needed. Let's look at this Knight of Wands. Tell me about the Knight of Wands, Spirit. What do we need to know? What do we need to know about this Knight of Wands? The Sun. What do we need to know? Okay. The Page of Swords and the 3 of Wands. Again, they're like waiting to talk to you first. That's what I'm getting. Waiting to clear the air. Waiting to have everything like out in the open. And there's the World at the bottom of the deck. I feel like in their mind, they need to talk to you first before they take the action that they need to take. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. What do we need to know about this Queen of Pentacles? Justice. Libra energy. Also, this could be a legal situation for some of you. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Or perhaps they just know that they want to do the right thing. Queen of Pentacles tends to do the right thing. There's the World again. And the 8 of Cups. So some of you, this person might need to walk away from something, this attachment. Some of you are dealing with a person that probably needs to end a legal situation to begin a new cycle. This is all about ending something to begin something. But notice how that didn't really come up in the energy. So it's almost like instead of having this Knight of Wands with, say, the Death card or the 8 of Cups specifically, instead is with the Page of Swords. So it's almost like instead of walking away from what they need to walk away from, Cancer, they want to talk to you first. I'm not sure why, and I don't know if that's the best approach for this situation. But that's what the energy is showing up like, you know? And, you know, I'm very curious about the 7 of Swords because it's almost like, why are they so secretive? Why are they doing things behind the scenes? Why are they trying to be strategic here when they clearly have emotions, feelings for you, right? When they know that they need to be free or start something new with the Fool. This tells me that your person is aware. They know what they need to do with the Fool. They know the actions that they would need to take, which is a new cycle, a new beginning, a risk perhaps. But I feel like something's holding them back. And I think for some of you, it's a family situation. For others of you, it's obligations. For others of you, it could be addictions that this person has, or unhealthy influences in their life. Maybe fear is something that colors all of their actions. So, you know, instead of leading with conviction and with purpose, this person just cannot get it together enough to be courageous and brave and headstrong and, you know, just go after it. They did not show up as an emperor, or, I mean, the one thing that did show up was the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is the one that would take charge of a situation. So maybe they're almost there. Maybe all they need to do is to make this decision that keeps popping up that they just haven't done yet. You know, they need to address this Ten of Wands that keeps showing up. If they really do want this Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands and the Chariot. I mean, if that's what they truly want, then they need to address things in the right way. Will they do that? I think I'm going to extend this to figure it out, because from now on, my extendeds are going to be just based on the actual reading. If it calls for it, if there's more details we can uncover, then I'll do the extended, which the extendeds will be a lot more of a deep dive, a lot longer. Well, not a lot longer, but they're on average about 18 to 20 minutes long. So they tend to be a little bit more informative, and we try to get as much clarity as we can. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to the extended, and I'm going to look at this person's true intentions towards you. I want to get a little bit more insight into what they have to say to you, because I know they want to talk to you, but I don't really know what they want to say. I didn't really get clarity on that. And I also want to look at this Fool energy with the World. All the world, yeah, this Fool with the World. This is kind of like the potential for this connection. What could potentially happen if the right thing is done. And I want to get some insight onto maybe what Spirit advises to do, or what can be done to achieve this, right? What can be done to have this new beginning that's so desperately needed for someone.